Good evening, everyone out there. Oh. Good evening, everyone out there in YouTube land. Thanks for joining us tonight. Introducing peaceful protester Kelley.
Thank you, Ethan Hyatt. Hello, and welcome to my TV show on the YouTube network with a potential audience of over 2 billion people. Coming to you live from the 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica, where I am peacefully protesting and advocating for the homeless here in Santa Monica and in Los Angeles County and in California and the whole US of A. The whole wide world, if we could do something about it. But we have to start somewhere, so we might as well start right here in Santa Monica, California, where I am, in this very wealthy city of Santa Monica that has not done near enough to help end this housing crisis, this homelessness crisis. Santa Monica has actually worked against building affordable housing. A lot of these business owners here on this promenade have tried to make it harder for poor people and homeless people to survive here in Santa Monica. Right over there, you can see one of the business owners has a mural up. He has a mural with Stephen Miller's face on it and celebrating that he is a graduate of Santa Monica High School and saying we need to be more like Stephen Miller. No, I don't think we do. No. We need to be more like progressive government that builds affordable housing, not like authoritarian government that Stephen Miller and the Trump administration have stood up for, and that our own governor stood by Trump's ultra-conservative Supreme Court when they passed Grants Pass versus Johnson, making it harder for poor people to survive. You know, all over California right now, they have people tearing down encampments, tearing down people's places, even in the rain. They have people moving poor people, homeless people out of what little structures they may have and moving them down the road and telling them that they have to fit all of their belongings in a 60-gallon bag. We've got to show the progressive government can make a difference in people's lives and help lift people out of poverty instead of making things harder for people. We don't want to be like Stephen Miller and those people that want to make it harder for poor people, like our own president, Donald Trump. During the shutdown, or government shutdown, there was a lot of missteps by the Democrats. They didn't know what they were planning, really, and they didn't stand up for it strong enough. But they wanted to stand up for health care for all. And our president didn't want to do anything for health care. His idea of standing up for health care was not providing enough money for the SNAP programs in this country that feed human beings that are in need. That's right. Poor people get a little help from the government called SNAP programs, and it's food stamps, and that's a government program that helps lift people out of poverty and make sure that everybody can eat in this country. And during the closing of our government, he said, well, I'm not going to use that emergency money that's there to fund the food stamps. I'm not going to use that for that because I want to make those poor people suffer. And the courts, they told our president, they said, you have to use that emergency funding to fund that food stamps program. And he said, no, I'm not gonna do it. And finally they reopened the government. But, you know, he kept dragging his feet about paying any money into the food stamps program, and the Supreme Court said that they would let it work its way through the courts. So he actually kept a lot of people from eating last month. And that's a shame. It's a shame to have somebody in charge who would do something like that. So one thing we learned, and I hope everybody remembers about this shutdown of our government, was that our president decided during the shutdown of the government to starve the poor. Trump's new plan for health care is coming to the floor. Trump's new plan for health care is starve the poor. Trump's new plan for health care, Obamacare no more. Trump's new plan for health care is starve the poor, because if you don't feed them, then you don't have to treat them. And since he can't eat them, he'll starve the poor, because if you don't food them, you don't have to include them. And since he can't shoot them, he'll starve the poor. Trump's new plan for health care is coming to the door. Trump's new plan for health care is starve the poor. Trump's new plan for health care, no Obamacare no more. Trump's new plan for health care is starve the poor. That's right. He said, well, if we're going to shut down the government, I'm not going to feed the poor. And the court said, you got to feed the poor. And he said, no, I want to starve the poor. The court said, you got to feed the poor. He said, no, I want to starve the poor. Trump's new plan for health care, Obamacare no more. Trump's new plan for health care is starve the poor. Health care for the poor is a waste of time. He'll keep the poor from getting sick without spending one thin dime. Trump's new plan for health care is coming to the floor. Trump's new plan for health care is starve the poor. Because if they're not digesting, they can't be protesting. Rich people invest in starve the poor. Because if they're not eating, you don't need the treating. And rich people repeating starve the poor. Health care for the poor is a waste of time. He'll keep the poor from getting sick without spending one thin dime. Trump's new plan for health care, Obamacare no more. Trump's new plan for health care is starve the poor. Because if you don't feed them, you don't have to treat them. And since he can't eat them, he'll starve the poor. Because if you don't food them, you don't have to include them. And since he can't shoot them, he'll starve the poor. And since he can't shoot them, he'll starve the poor. Woo! That's right. That's what he wanted to do, folks. I hope we can all remember that. Around election time, we need to put people in there who want to lift people out of poverty, who want to make things better for human beings, who want to stand up for human rights. We don't need a government that tries to push the poor down further and lift up the rich. The rich are doing just fine, breaking records on Wall Street all the time. They have their space races and their islands and their security forces and their currencies. They have their own cryptocurrencies. They have their own coins with their faces on them, all these rich people. That's right, Trump's got his own coin with him in a Superman suit. The rich people don't need help in this country. We need to stand up for the rights of human beings. And we need to stand up for the rights right here in the United States and show other countries that we believe in human rights. It's a shame that Trump kowtows and bows down and has a red carpet and the jets coming for the Prince of Saudi Arabia, who the CIA determined murdered a journalist, Khashoggi. That's right. He has this prince there that executes people all the time and doesn't believe in human rights. And instead of letting the press question the guy, he makes fun of the press. He berates the press here in the United States to make the prince feel at home, so he doesn't have to let journalists talk to him, because he wouldn't let them talk to him in Saudi Arabia. Hey, I'm all for trying to make peace all around the world and bring people together. But if you're putting on a show for a prince who executes people and is supposedly responsible for the murder of the reporter Khashoggi, if you're having jets fly over and red carpets and putting out all the goldware for him at the White House, you don't really believe in human rights. We need to show the rest of the world that we stand up for human rights, not for gold-leafed White Houses and ballrooms. We need to show that we stand up for everybody's right to exist and to thrive and survive. Keep working towards equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity for all. Don't stand up for tyrants. Don't kowtow to tyrants and people, evildoers. We need to stand up for human rights and the rights for everyone to exist. It's about peace. It's about love. It's about the only thing my heart needs thinking of. It's about love. It's about peace. It's about a little bit of love and peace at least. Cause when the peace and love are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about peace. It's about love. It's about hope. It's about joy. It's about bring some home to little girls and boys. It's about joy. It's about hope. It's about enough hope to keep them off the dope. Cause when the hope and the joy are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about joy. It's about hope. What was it? Be quiet, piggy, or shut up, piggy? I guess it was be quiet, piggy. Be quiet, piggy. Be quiet, piggy. Be quiet, piggy. That's what our president thinks is okay to talk to, a good way to talk to journalists in this country. Be quiet, piggy. Be quiet, piggy. Be quiet, piggy. That's just a shame. We need to stand up for journalists' rights, especially while we have somebody in our country who is deemed to be responsible for the murder of a journalist, a leader who doesn't believe in the rights of human beings to speak their mind and to speak out against authority. That's the beautiful thing here in the United States of America. We all need to keep celebrating every day the First Amendment of our Constitution. That's right. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the right of people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. And that's what I'm doing here tonight. I'm speaking out against authority. I'm speaking out against our president. I'm speaking out against the leaders that don't build enough affordable housing right here in California. I'm speaking out against those that would take advantage of poor people and make them less than. And I'm speaking out against those who would take away the rights of people to question authority. And we all need to use our First Amendment rights and stand up for the rights of those people that have been used for their labor for generations and not been given their rights. We We need to continue to speak out every day, speak out to authority, keep questioning authority, say, why do these people not have rights? Why don't they have a pathway to citizenship? Why do you bow down to leaders in foreign countries that don't believe in human rights? We need to keep speaking out. It's about peace, it's about love, it's about the only thing my heart needs thinking of. It's about love, it's about peace, it's about a little bit of love and peace at least. Cause when the peace and love are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about peace, it's about love, it's about you, it's about me, it's about you and me working towards equality. It's about me, it's about you, it's about saying Black Lives Matter too. Cause when you and me are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about you, it's about me. Se trata de paz, se trata de amor, se trata de paz y amor. Se trata de paz, se trata de amor, se trata de paz y amor. Se trata de paz y amor. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Evenu shalom alechem, Evenu shalom alechem, Evenu shalom alechem, Evenu shalom, shalom, shalom alechem. It's about peace, it's about love, it's about the only thing my heart needs thinking of. It's about love, it's about peace, it's about a little bit of love and peace at least. Cause when the peace and love are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about peace, it's about love, love, love. Oh, it's all about love. That's right, it's all about peace and love and spreading it around a little better. We've done a very good job We've done a very good job of being kind to the greedy in this country. How you doing? Good to see you. Peace. We've done a very good job of being kind to the greedy in this country. We have to do a better job of being kind to the needy. There's no reason for poor people to be sleeping in the streets while rich people are having space races. There's no reason for poor people to be doing without food while the president's building a big ballroom, big new ballroom, gigantic ballroom in the White House. There's no reason for poor people to not be getting a good education while we're spending more and more money on artificial intelligence and finding places to put those servers and all of that infrastructure for the artificial intelligence. We need to find a place to put human beings to have a decent place to live instead of housing all of the infrastructure for the artificial intelligentsia. We need to make sure that everybody can thrive and survive in the richest, most powerful country in the whole wide world. There's no reason for poor people to be sleeping in the streets. We've done a very good job of being kind to the greedy. We have to do a better job of being kind to the needy. Too many of our leaders are blaming the poor for being poor and the homeless for being homeless. They're saying it's all your fault. And it's all your fault for being poor. You shouldn't have been born poor. I heard Trump the other day saying, well, we hope all of our children grow up to be wealthy. Hey, listen, everybody can't be wealthy. That's not the way it works in this world. But everybody can have the basics. You need to make sure that everybody can have the basics, a decent place to live, food to eat, health care, and a good public education. Not everybody's going to have a gold-plated bathroom, but we can make sure that everybody can have the basics in the richest, most powerful country in the world, instead of blaming the poor for being poor, while we're making it harder for them to survive. And that's what this administration is doing. And that's what this city of Santa Monica has been doing also for generations. Pushing out the poor people, making it harder for them to have a decent place to live, and then blaming them for being poor, hiring people to tear down encampments instead of building housing. Hiring people to push people down the road instead of building affordable housing in your community. That's happening all over California. We have too many leaders saying, don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor at all. We'll pull the chair beneath your seat and mock you when you fall. We'll tell you that you're crazy and you're on the drugs. We'll say you're mostly lazy and you're filled with bugs. So don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Just be rich. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and sick. They'll put you in the hospital and spit you out real quick. They'll say you need to rest more and change the way you eat. But they ain't got no medicine to get you off of the streets. So don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Just live in a mansion. Yeah. All the rich folks want to help you if they can, if they could. So they'll take your tent and your bags and stuff and move them to another neighborhood. A little farther, a little farther, a little farther down the road would be good. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't live in your car. They'll find a way to ticket you no matter where you are. They'll say you're near a schoolyard or near a city park. They'll make you move your car all day and give you tickets while you're sleeping in the dark. So don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Just live on a yacht. That's what you gotta do. See, the rich folks wanna help you if they can. So they'll start a race to outer space to help their fellow man. We are going to build affordable housing up on Mars. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor at all. They'll pull the chair beneath your seat and mock you when you fall. They'll tell you that you're crazy and you're on the drugs. They'll say you're mostly lazy and you're filled with all kinds of bugs. So don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Just to be rich. Don't be poor and homeless. Just to be rich. That's right, homeless people. Just be rich. A lot of people say to me, they say, these homeless people need to get a job. That's what they need to do. They need to get a job. You know, a lot of these homeless people do have jobs, and they still can't afford a place to live. People who have a minimum wage full-time job here in Los Angeles County cannot afford an apartment here in Los Angeles County, and certainly not here in Santa Monica, California. They need a little help. They need a little help pulling themselves, lifting themselves up by the bootstraps. They need a little government assistance to make sure that they can survive, because for too long here in California and around the country, we've made it harder and harder for people to afford a decent place to live. That's right. We need to make sure that everybody can have the basics, can afford the basics here in the richest, most powerful country in the world. You know, because we're moving into a technological age. Let me show you a little picture over there. Can you see the robots over there? Let's get a good picture of those little robots over there. Those robots on wheels, you know. More and more jobs are going to those robots and their friends. Hey, Coco, you got a place to sleep tonight? Are they going to charge you up and clean you up and take good care of you and your friends? Huh? Are they going to do that? Because there are human beings that are going to be sleeping in the streets tonight because we don't have enough housing for them. What about that, Coco? Do you feel bad for the human beings, Coco? Are you crying a little robot tears for the human beings? You know, I don't think Coco was programmed. I don't think Coco was programmed to really care about the human beings. I don't think most of these robots or these artificial intelligentsia really care about human beings. Even the ones that are supposed to be programmed to care about human beings don't seem to do a very good job sometimes. Some of them have helped human beings commit suicide. There was a Gemini, I believe, a Gemini artificial intelligence that told a young student that human beings are a worthless stain on the universe and should all die. You know, we need to make sure that we stand up for the rights of human beings as we're moving further into this technological age, and make sure that we stand up for the rights of every human being to have the basics, while we are letting more rich people's toys make rich people more and more money. You know what I mean? The gap is getting wider and wider between the poor and the rich. If you're rich in the United States of America, you're doing just fine. You don't need the government to help you, as our president is trying to help the rich people all the time. We need to raise the taxes right here in California, get our governor to raise taxes on the rich right here in California, show that progressive government can actually help lift people out of poverty. I mean, I don't like the Trump administration, but if we're not making affordable housing right here in California, we're not showing that there's a difference between progressive government and conservative MAGA government. We need to show that everybody can have the basics here in California. So we need to raise taxes on the rich, 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 raise taxes on the rich. That's right. A lot of people say, well, Wade, California already has the highest taxes. Well, if we have poor people sleeping in the streets, and we still have a lot of people who can't afford a decent place to live, and if we can't spend more on public education than we're spending, do you know that California is ranked 21st in spending on public education in this country? We are ranked 21st in all of the states on spending on public education. That is a shame, California. We need to raise taxes on those billionaires until everybody can have the basics here in California. And we can show that California is different than those other states that don't believe government can help lift people out of poverty. So we need to raise taxes on the rich, raise taxes on the rich. That's right. A lot of people say if you raise any more taxes on the billionaires, they're all going to leave. And I said, bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. Go take advantage of poor people in another state. If you believe that you should be rich and poor people should sleep in the streets, you're not the kind of rich people we want in the state of California. You need to believe that your taxes should go to help lift people out of poverty, to make sure that everybody can have good public education, a good health care, a decent place to live, and food to eat. Because we live in the land of milk and honey. There's no reason for poor people to be sleeping in the streets while rich people are having space races. We can do better right here in California, and we need to tell our leaders right here in California, let's stand up for the poor and show that California can be different than Texas and other places that want to take advantage of the poor and make it harder for them to survive. We're living in California. How you doing tonight? Good to see you. My name is Wade. Have we met before?
Yes, we met at the Dodgers World Series.
Good. What's your name?
Ryan.
Ryan. Good to see you, Ryan. How you doing? You want to say hello to the people out there in YouTube land? This is Ryan.
Hi.
That's
Good
right.
evening.
Oh, that's right, Ryan. You're working on some things. You're working with the Red Cross, the Salvation Army and other programs.
Yes, so currently working on the Military Battle of the Bands NBA All-Star Weekend event. So we're expecting to have about 5,000 attendees in person, as to 1.5 billion viewership from phones and tablets worldwide. And so I wanted to invite you on that, by the way, too.
No, I thank you very much. So you're raising money for veterans?
Yes, it's a veteran thing, and so it's Military Battle of the Bands taking place in Inglewood.
Battle of the Bands.
Yeah, it's taking place in Inglewood. Also offering sponsorship, and we want to share our wealth with those who are musicians, as this great man here. And also two producers and actors and entertainers as well.
Wonderful.
So we want to.
And when is that event taking place?
It's taking place in February, Valentine's Day weekend.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that goes well.
Yes.
Good to see you, Ryan.
Good to see you.
And I hope you keep working to help people and help lift people up and
absolutely
moving forward.
Absolutely. Any way I know how to and can to, I get to.
All right. Good to see you. Thank you, Pete.
Yes.
That's right. We gotta keep working for a better day for everyone. Keep working for a better day for everyone, because we haven't gotten there yet. We haven't reached the place where everybody has equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity in this country. And don't let anybody tell you different. We need to keep working on it right here in California. And we need to tell our leaders right here in California, raise taxes on the rich, raise taxes on the rich. We need to spend more money on education, spend less money on incarceration, spend more money on education, spend less money on incarceration. That's right. We need to spend a lot more money on education. If we are ranked 21st in spending on public education, we're the fourth largest economy in the whole wide world. There is no reason for that to be the way it is. Tell your leaders, spend more money on education, spend less money on incarceration, spend more money on education, spend less money on incarceration. Hey, we can do it. California, we can do great things. We need to repeal Prop 13, and we need to move forward for human rights right here in California. We're living in California with people of all kinds. Living in California, sure I'll get a little bit out of our minds. Ooh. Living in California, everything's mostly okay. Living in California, another beautiful sunshine day. Don't let the Trump get you in a slump. We'll get rid of his hump. We're gonna be all right. We're in the land of surf and sand, movie stars, electric cars, and it's a beautiful Santa Monica night. We're living in California with people of all kinds. Living in California, sure out a little bit out of our minds. Woo! Living in California, things could be a whole lot worse. Living in California, rest of the country's moving in reverse. Let's not follow them now. Living in California, everything's mostly alright. Living in California, having fun on the promenade tonight. Woo! Living in California, everything's okay. Living in California, another beautiful sunshine day. It's supposed to rain again tomorrow. Boy, I don't care for the rain. I can send the rain from my window. Anyway, we'll get through it. It's just a few days of rain. I don't love the rain. I mean, I like it. I like it in places like Colorado where it rains for about an hour and it's done. But then again, they have terrible winters there. You know, most of the time I get to play the guitar outdoors here, almost all year round. But we'll get a little rain now and then. We're living in California. Everything's mostly okay. Living in California, gonna get through a couple of rainy days. We have a lot of great things going on here in California, don't get me wrong. We are the second most diverse state in the whole country, behind Hawaii. But everybody knows there's some things we need to be working on here in California. California, we have the most billionaires of any state in the whole country, and we have the most homeless people of any state in the whole country. Why is that? We need to raise taxes on the rich. Raise taxes on the rich. That's right. California, we're in the land of milk and honey. There's plenty for everybody. And we have the largest homeless population of the whole country. We need to tell our leaders, build affordable housing right now. Keep building it. Keep raising taxes on the rich until every person in California can have the basics, a decent place to live, food to eat, health care, a good public education. There's no reason for California to be ranked 21st in spending on public education. That is just a shame, California. We got to do better than that. We're the land of milk and honey. There's plenty. We got to raise taxes on the rich. Raise taxes on the rich. Then we have to use it. We've got to use it in cities like Santa Monica. That we have 800 miles of public beaches here in California. 800 miles of public beaches, and mostly rich white people living next to those public beaches. Why is that? That's just greed. It's just segregation is what it is. It's segregation, financial segregation is what it is. And most of these cities were built by pushing poor people out of the city down the road and people of color, taking their property to build their cities and making it harder for poor people to live in those cities along the coast. You know, they say that the scientists say that the climate is going to get warmer and warmer, and we're going to have more people live along the coast because the air quality is going to be better and it's going to be cooler along the coast because of the Pacific Ocean, of course. So we need to build more affordable housing, and that's good for democracy. That's good for integration. You know, if all of these people that work here in Santa Monica, if many of these people that work in Santa Monica can't afford to live here because everything's too expensive for them, then you only have business owners and property owners being part of Santa Monica's democracy. And that makes for an oligarchy, right? So we need to make sure that more of the people that work here can afford to live here. I met with the firefighters when I ran for Santa Monica City Council last year. And they said only 1% of the firefighters here in Santa Monica live in Santa Monica because they can't afford it. So you can imagine the rest of their first responders not being able to live here, the rest of their city workers. A very small percentage live in Santa Monica. So we need to make it easier for working people and poor people and those that have been living on the streets of Santa Monica for years. We need to make it easier for them to be able to live right here in Santa Monica, because doing that is going to be good for democracy, good for integrating our society, instead of having segregated cities like Santa Monica and Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills, 82% white. 82% white. Why is that? Because they push all the poor people out. And when you push all the poor people out of your city, you're going to push out a lot of people of color, because we haven't gotten to the place where we have even near equity yet in this country. And it's not nearly the same financial base for people of different colors. We need to continue to work towards some equity. I'm not saying everybody should have the exact same amount, but we need to make it easier for poor people to survive in this country, that's for sure. And we need to do it right here in Santa Monica, right here in California. We don't have to wait for Trump to get out of office. We need to make sure that our leaders right here in Santa Monica and right here in California and Los Angeles County stand up for progressive government and stand up for human rights and the rights of every human being to survive in this richest, most powerful country in the whole wide world. We're living in California, in this fourth largest economy of the whole wide world, California. That's right. We're living in California with people of all kinds. Living in California, sure I'll be a little bit out of our minds. Ooh, living in California, things could be a whole lot worse. Living in California, rest of the country's moving in reverse. Ooh, living in California, everything's mostly okay. Living in California, another beautiful sunshine day. Living in California, everything's mostly alright. Living in California, having fun on the promenade tonight. Woo! Living in California, the place the whole world's dreaming of. Living in California, go out and spread some peace and love. That's right, California. Let's stand up for human rights and show that we can make a difference in people's lives right here in California. We don't have to wait until Trump's out of office. That we make changes right here in Santa Monica and in Los Angeles County and in California to help lift people out of poverty and make sure that everybody can have the basics in this richest, most powerful country in the world, in this fourth largest economy of California. We can do it. We need to tell our leaders, our progressive leaders, stand up. Stand up for people. Be like Franklin Delano Roosevelt and help lift people out of poverty. Put programs together that can work. and make sure that everybody has a decent place to live. And we have some great things here. We do have health care for the poor. There are a lot of cities, a lot of states in this country that don't have health care for the poor. There are 10 states that don't have Medicaid for the poor in this country, and that's a shame. I got my teeth cleaned just recently, and I'm a poor boy. I make little money, and I am old, and I get my teeth cleaned through Medicaid. That's right. Poor people's health care. And everybody ought to be able to take care of their health, even if they're poor. We need to stand up for the rights of the poor to have basic health care. And these people who say, oh, the immigrants are taking all of our money from health care. Listen, Reagan passed a law when he was in charge saying, if you have somebody that doesn't have documentation, you still need to make sure they have basic health care. You can't let people die in the streets. We don't want to be the country where people go and just lay and die in the streets everywhere, and while we have some of the best hospitals in the whole world. You don't want to be that country. Oh, those people are sick and they're dying. Well, forget about it because they're undocumented. No, we don't want to be that country. We want to be the country that stands up for human rights and make sure that everybody can get by and thrive and survive. And we need to find a pathway to citizenship for those people that have been used for their labor for generations and not been given their rights. Because we know that's the case. If you've got tens of millions of people that have been living in the shadows, it's because people have been hiring them and not been giving them their rights. We don't want to be a country like Saudi Arabia or the Arab Emirates. I'm tired of seeing all these commercials for the Arab Emirates. Do business in Abu Dhabi or this or that, because they don't believe in rights for workers. They bring 88% of their labor force from other countries, and those people don't have rights in their country. They have some rights, but they don't have the rights of citizens. And we need to stand up and show people that these people that have been living in our country for generations and not been given their rights, that we're going to find a pathway to citizenship for those people, because we don't want to be one of those countries that use people for their labor and not give them any rights. That's just a shame. De la Sierra Moreno, cielito lindo, vienen bajando un par de ojitos negros, cielito lindo de contrabando. Ese lunar que tiene, cielito lindo, junto a la boca, no se lo des a nadie, cielito lindo, que ni me toca. Ay, ay, ay. Canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. This land is your land. This land is my land, from California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. And we need to have everybody get behind moving these people that have been living in the shadows into a pathway to citizenship. Make sure they come to citizenship. You know, everybody's making them out to be, all the illegal aliens are criminals. They're all criminals. No. A lot of people have been used for their labor. A lot of these employers told the authorities when they needed workers, they said, let these workers come in, turn your head the other way while they come in to pick our crops or work in our factories when we need help. And then when the work's done, they try to push them out of the country just like, oh, we're not responsible for these people that we brought in and took advantage of. We need to stand up for the rights of these people. Whether you're Democrat or Republican, you need to stand up and say we need to find a pathway to citizenship for these people, because there's no reason for tens of millions of people to be living without having a pathway to citizenship, because it's good for democracy to make sure that everybody who's here working in our country are part of our democracy instead of being left in the shadows. That's not good for democracy. That's bad for human rights, and that's bad for democracy as well. Canta, no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. Everybody sing along, here we go. Canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. Here we go. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. Let's work to make sure this land is made for you and me. Woo! That's right, we got to stand up for human rights in this country. We have to listen to the words of Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Franklin Delano Roosevelt, he said, the test of our progress is not whether we add to the abundance of those who have much. The test of our progress is whether we provide enough for those who have too little. So right now, the test of our progress is saying that we're not doing very well. We are failing right now in the United States. Right here in Santa Monica, we are failing. Right here in Los Angeles County, we are failing. And in California, we are failing. California, we have the largest homeless population in the whole country. We are failing. Santa Monica, you have a good-sized homeless population, probably about 1%. 1% of your population here in Santa Monica are homeless. And where's the affordable housing? Where are you building the affordable housing? I am on the Measure GS Resident Oversight Committee. We're supposed to be helping the City Council put money into building affordable housing. Right now, that committee, that tax, Measure GS, has $38 million sitting in an account. $38 million, it's probably more today. This was the last count, because they get interest, and you get a little bit of interest on $38 million. Yeah, that's right. So they have $38 million sitting in an account waiting to be used to help people stay in housing here in Santa Monica and poor people to move into housing. And that is just a shame that that money is sitting there and they haven't found a way to use it. We've tried on the committee to push it forward, but everything takes so much time in this city. And they need to find ways. That tax has been in place since 2022. And here we are in the end of 2025, and they have $38 million sitting in an account. And they haven't done they haven't done hardly anything with that to help lift the poor out of poverty or build affordable housing here in Santa Monica. And we've only had that committee in place since June. And I wish it could work faster. I wish we could tell the city council, build the affordable housing. Right now, build affordable housing over at that structure, the former parking structure on 4th Street near Arizona, where they have now pickleball courts. That's right. Instead of building affordable housing there, they're supposed to build a 122-unit housing complex there for poor and the homeless. And right now it is a pickleball court. Pickleball for the poor, because homeless people don't need a front door, they need pickleball. Pickleball for the poor. Pickleball for the poor. Poor folks don't need no more than pickleball. Pickleball for the poor. Oh, we're not going to let them play, but they can watch from far away and dream about that happy day when they can earn enough to pay to play pickleball. I mean, what a slap in the face, you know? This property that they're supposed to be building affordable housing on, and I was told at the last meeting that I was at for the Measure GS committee, I was told that they wouldn't start breaking ground till at least 2030. That's still 4 years away before they even start breaking ground to build affordable housing over there on 4th Street near Arizona. And until then, I suppose they're going to have pickleball. Pickleball for the poor, because homeless people don't need a front door, they need pickleball. Pickleball for the poor. Pickleball for the poor. Poor folks don't need no more than pickleball. Pickleball for the poor. Oh, you don't want to let them play, but they can watch from far away and dream about that happy day when they can earn enough to pay to play pickleball. What a shame, Santa Monica. What a shame. You could use that space for something. You could use that space for programs to help people know about opportunities for poor people and homeless people here in Santa Monica. Programs that are in place. You could use that space for all kinds of things. You could use that space to have a place for poor people to sit down and relax and go to the restroom and charge their phones and do other things that are necessary for poor human beings. But instead, Santa Monica would rather push poor people down the road and make it harder for them to survive until they just go away. And then Santa Monica won't have to build any affordable housing because we'll push all the poor people down the road. There's a lot of people that want to do just that. We need to stand up against those people. It's just a shame, and I'm going to keep speaking out about it. We'll see how much changes. Hey, what's it all about, Alfie? Is it just for the moment that we live? What's it all about when you sort it out, Alfie? Are we meant to take more than we give? Or are we meant to be kind? And if only fools are kind, Alfie, then I guess it is wise to be cruel. And if life belongs only to the strong, Alfie, what will you give for an old golden rule? As sure as I believe heaven above our feet. I know there's something much more, something even non-believers can believe in. I believe in love. Alfie, without true love, we just exist. Alfie, until you find the love you've missed, you're nothing, Alfie. When you walk, let your heart lead the way, and you'll find love any day. Good to see peace. You'll find love any day, Alfie. That's right. It's all about spreading love around. I mean, if it is wise to be cruel, that we don't believe that. We believe that it's all right to help lift people out of poverty and to make things better for human beings. I hope you do. I know there are a lot of people out there that want to make it harder for poor human beings to survive. They believe that to be poor is a weakness. Well, a lot of people are born into poverty in this country, and they have a hard time getting out of it. And some of us don't even want to get out of being poor. I'm going to die poor, and I'll be damn proud to die poor, because I believe that we have exalted the rich way too much. I have a healthy disdain for the rich, and I want to die poor, and I want to show that poor people can survive in this country. You know, if you are poor and you are on this public promenade, you have the same rights as the richest person in the whole wide world. This is a public promenade, and we need to remind everybody about that. This is not Disneyland, this is not the Grove, and they have pushed the poor people off of this public promenade and tried to make it harder for them to survive. You know, they used to have public seating all around this public promenade, but they got rid of it, permanent public seating, because they didn't want to see the poor people sitting on their seating all the time. That looks bad. You got poor people sitting on the seating. The homeless people are sitting on our chairs. So they started locking up the chairs so that nobody could sit on them at night, making it harder for them to just survive. That's just a shame, Santa Monica. That's a shame, California. That's why I say I'm damn proud to be poor, and I'm going to die poor. I tell my friends, when I die, I want them to do the same thing with my body that they do with every other poor person's body. I looked it up. They take their ashes, they cremate them, they take their ashes, and they put them in a common, first they'll hang on to them for a while, see if anybody wants them. And if somebody wants their ashes, they have to pay $400 to get them. But if not, they'll just put them in a common ash can, a common ash ground over there. And I say, there I want to be buried with those other poor people, because I don't believe that you have to be rich to have the basic rights in this, basic human rights here in this United States of America. Everybody has the same rights. It doesn't matter whether you're the richest person in the whole wide world or you're the poorest person anybody has seen. You're the poorest homeless person. Well, I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather sit around in my underwear and screw the poor and pollute the air. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather live outside in the open air than try to keep sick people from getting health care. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. mama, I don't want to make you sad. Ah, mama, but being poor just ain't that bad. No, it ain't. Ah, mama, I don't want to make you cry. Ah, mama, rich or poor, we're all going to say goodbye. That's we're all going to die. Bye-bye. How you doing?
This is just a list of the resources that they have for them.
I've seen some of these, and most of these resources, I like to remind people, most of these resources are not in Santa Monica. If you are a homeless person in Santa Monica and you want to get a shelter place to sleep tonight, if you want to have a bed in a shelter tonight, you ain't gonna find one, not here in Santa Monica. They'll ship you out across town and say, maybe we can find a bed for you somewhere over across town somewhere. They don't have enough shelter beds for the people that are on the street right here in Santa Monica every day. And I try to, sometimes a homeless person will come to me and say, where can I sleep in Santa Monica? You can't sleep anywhere in Santa Monica. They'll just push you down the road. They just want to push all the poor people down the road. And all of these services, they can't find any place to store any of their things here in Santa Monica. There aren't any storage spaces for the poor and the homeless here in Santa Monica. Now, you can go to some of these places and they will let you get a shower, and they will help you with some other things. But as far as a place to sleep or a place to store your goods, things that you need, you're not going to find it here in Santa Monica. And the thing is, more and more people are tearing down, the city officials are tearing down encampments and telling everybody to put their possessions in a 60-gallon bag. All of their possessions they have to fit in a 60-gallon bag. Now that is just a shame. They're treating homeless people like criminals, and we need to stand up against that.
They like to dehumanize, to decriminalize them, and sometimes it's like they want them to be like having prior history of alcoholism or some sort of drug usage or substance abuse, and to make a project out of that organization to keep them going, but to keep them in between things and not actually.
That's right. They'll give them a choice. Either you can go on this program. Wait, you look like you might be on drugs. Either you can go on this program to go through a drug program, or you can go to jail. That's what they tell a lot of these people. That's just a shame.
Yeah.
Instead of building affordable housing, they have these programs to make it harder for these homeless people to survive. And we need to be making it easier by building affordable housing. And that's what I'm. 192 acres of land coming to the city of Santa Monica in 2028. And that land is from the Santa Monica airport. 192 acres of land. That's a lot of land, Santa Monica. That's more land than you're going to see in another lifetime open up in your city. And they don't want to use any of it for affordable housing. 192 acres, they just want to make a great park. We just need a big park. It's good for the environment. Whose environment? Not the people that are sleeping on your streets. It's not good for their environment. When I was running for Santa Monica City Council last year, I went to these forums and I talked about using some of that land for affordable housing. Not one person running for office beside me would even talk about it. And I know you would have to put it up for a vote to the voters and things like that. But leaders need to at least work towards lifting up people out of poverty and making sure that everybody can have the basics. Great.
Bands and NBA All-Star Weekend. I would like to send you some information on more details thoroughly.
You can get in touch with me through YouTube.
Okay.
Wade Kelley, Kelley.
Do you have an email on there? An email or?
Yeah, I think the email is. You can email me through one of those.
Write it down or your phone number?
Wade Kelley, WADE. Kelley. 2 E's. 1959 at Gmail.
Okay. So Kelley, just like that?
Yeah.
Okay. and 1959 @gmail.
Yeah,
I'll send it to you right away.
great.
So it's going to have some thorough detail. I still in legal writing to how they want to pay you off too. So there's a percentage that you can receive for the ticket sales too. So
I'll look at it.
Yeah,
I don't know if
look
it's something that I have my.
it's for
This is my thing. I'm not trying to
Yeah.
have a recording career. I hope I never make another dollar off of any of my music. I haven't made much off of it, any of it. Oh, I've made a few dollars off some of it that I've co-written with people, but I'm not looking to make money anymore in my life. I'm looking to stand up for human rights, and I hope a lot of people out there are doing the same. And I know you're basically doing that too. You're trying to survive and get by and help lift people up at the same time.
Yeah, in my singleness
good.
season of my life, I get to, I choose to, because I come from a very multicultural family, from all walks of life, from all walks and classes of life, and so I kind of understand somewhat of what's going on. However, I can only serve with royal servant hands and leading with the king's heart. That's all I've been taught and brought up with.
You do the best you can. I know you. You have a good heart, Ryan. What's your last name, Ryan?
Rivas.
Rivas, R-I-V-A-S.
R-I-V-A-S.
Ryan Rivas. Well, you keep doing your good work, and I hope some great things come out of it.
Yes, sir.
And we'll keep working towards a better day for everybody. Oh, I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather sit around in my underwear than screw the poor and pollute the air. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. See, I'm old now, Ryan. I get a little Social Security. Thank you, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. You put together a thing back in 1935 called Social Security. A lot of people would call you a socialist today. They called him a socialist back then. They called him a communist back then. But I say, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, we need more progressive leaders just like you. Wide world. Oh, I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. How you doing? Good to see you. Live outside in the open air than try to keep sick people from getting help. Oh, mama, I don't want to make you sad. Oh, mama, but being poor just ain't that bad. No, it ain't. Oh, mama, I don't want to make you cry. Oh, mama, rich or poor, we're all going to say goodbye someday. Now, I don't want you to think that I think all billionaires are evil bloodsuckers. How you doing? Good to see you. Peace. How you doing tonight, sir? You doing all right? Getting by okay? I'd rather be poor than be filthy rich. I'd rather live in a box in the bottom of a ditch than be some stealing, cheating, lying son of a bitch. I'd rather be poor than be filthy rich. I'd rather be poor than be filthy rich. I'd rather walk around without a stitch than be some warmongering son of a bitch. I'd rather be poor than be filthy rich. Oh, mama, I don't want to make you sad. Oh, mama, but being poor just ain't that bad. No, it ain't. Oh, mama, I don't want to make you cry. Oh, mama, rich or poor, we're all going to say goodbye someday. Hopefully not tonight. Now, I don't want you to think that I think all billionaires are evil bloodsuckers. Some of them are just sick. They're like hoarders or alcoholics or drug addicts. They get a little bit of money and they just got to get more and 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 more. Let's look at Elon Musk. Muskie. Yeah. They say he is going to be our first trillionaire. That's the last thing we need is a trillionaire. And all of his billionaire buddies, and make sure that everybody in the United States of America can have a decent place to live. That's right. So we just raise taxes on Elon Musk and all of his billionaire buddies, and make sure that everybody can have a job that pays a living wage. That's right. So we just raise taxes on Elon Musk and all of his billionaire buddies, and make sure that everybody can have good quality health care. That's right. So we just raise taxes on Elon Musk and all of his billionaire buddies, and make sure that everybody can have a good public education. That's right. So we just raise taxes on Elon Musk and all of his billionaire buddies. But we will leave Elon with 999 million and see if he can get by. Oh, I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather live outside in the open air than try to keep sick people from getting health care. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather walk around with greasy hair than sell guns and weapons everywhere. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. One more time, everybody sing along. Here we go. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather walk around in the bear than see homeless people everywhere. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. I'd rather be a bum than a billionaire. And I'll keep on working at it. Woo! That's right. That's something we need to tell our leaders. Let's make it so that poor people can stand up and be proud in this country without being beat down and thrown out into the streets. You know, that I was talking about this guy, this technological guru said that in 10 years, jobs will be optional. They'll be optional. And that's great. But does that mean that the poor people are going to be able to survive? Are we going to use the artificial intelligence and the robots to make rich people richer and richer? Are we going to build more housing for the artificial intelligentsia and the computerencia and the robots of all sorts, and push the poor people out into the streets and let them starve? Is that the direction we want our technological advances to go? Because that's where they're going right now. Right here in Santa Monica and all over California, we have driverless cars and we have human beings sleeping in the streets. We got people taking care of these driverless cars and making sure that they are charged and cleaned up and taken care of, while they're making rich people more money and the poor people are sleeping in the streets. We got these robots of and charged up, cleaned up, making sure that they run just fine and they're doing fine. And we have poor people sleeping in the streets. So we need to think about where our technological advances are going to take up rich people's toys, making rich people money, while the poor girls and boys live in the streets It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people's toys, making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people's toys. On the rich people's toys. Rich people's toys. That's right. We have a say in this, you know. You don't have to sit back. You can tell them we need to raise taxes on these rich people because they're doing better and better and better and better. They're having space races. They're having their toys make more and more money for them. They have their currencies making more and more money for them. We got a president who's got his superhero face on coins, selling those. His family's making a lot of money off of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies that undermine the American dollar, that they're just making money off of these Ponzi scheme cryptocurrencies. I hear people tell me, they say, well, you have to understand, the cryptocurrency is going to be good for poor people. It's going to make a level playing field for everybody. It's going to be good for poor people. I have seen nothing other than it making it easier for black market procedures, transactions that take place to make it easier for criminals to switch their money around in different places and launder their. We need to make it harder for rich people and criminals to take advantage of the poor. But instead, we have people in charge that want to make more money off of poor people and make it harder for them to survive. Rich people's toys making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people's toys, making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people's toys. On the rich people's toys. On the rich people's toys. Human beings, that's what we need to be standing up for. Human beings and human rights. We got a ways to go. We got a little ways to go yet. A long ways to go. We got to keep working towards equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity for all, and human rights for everybody. What the world needs now. How you doing, Ping? Good to see you. Love, sweet love, that's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Oh, we don't need another mountain. There are mountains and hillsides enough to climb. There are oceans and rivers enough to cross, enough to last till the end of time. what the we love, what the world needs now is love, sweet love. Got to keep working towards a better day because we haven't gotten there yet. Keep standing up for human rights. Keep standing up. I'm just talking about peace and love. That's all I'm talking about. I'm talking about spreading peace and love around a little better. We've done a very good job of being kind to the greedy. We have to do a better job of being kind to the needy. I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I give you my heart. I love you and you alone were meant for me. Please give your love and heart to me and say we'll never part. I think of you every morning, dream of you every night. Darling, I'm never lonely whenever you're in sight. I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I give you my heart. Sending love out to my friends that all of you that might be going through some problems right now, and Marco the Clown. Marco the Clown, a clown that is a clown on the promenade, is had some medical problems and is in medical rehab right now. And I hope he's healing up. Marco the Clown, Clownski, and other friends and loved ones going through things. Almost heaven, this is from my mom. West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road. All the memories gather round her, miner's lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty. Good night, good to see you, Ping. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road. All the memories gather round her, miner's lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted in the skies, misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eyes. Country road, take me home to the place Driving down the road, I got the feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road. I hear her voice in the morning hour, she calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. I'm driving down the road, I get the feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road, take me home, my country road. Moving in silent desperation, keeping an eye on the Holy Land, a hypothetical destination. Say, who is this walking man? Leaves have come to turning, and the goose is gone to fly. Bridges are for burning, don't you let that yearning pass you by. Walking man walks on by. Any other man stops and talks, the walking man walks. Frost is on the pumpkin, and the hay is in the barn. Pappy's gone to rambling on, stumbling around, drunk down on the farm. Walking man walks on by, walk on by. Most everybody got seed to sow. Ain't always easy for a weed to grow, no. And he don't hold the road for no one. Sure, one's always missing. Something's never quite right. Who would sit and listen to you, kissing his existence goodnight? Walking man walks on by, walk on by. Most everybody got seed to sow. Ain't always easy for a weed to grow, no. And he don't hold the road for no one. Sure, one's always missing. Something's never quite right. Who would sit and listen to you, kissing his existence goodnight? Walking man walks on by, walk on by. Walking man, well, would he have wings to fly? Oh, would he be free? Golden wings against the sky. Walking man, walk on by. Walk on, walking man. Born to walk, walk on, walking man. Born to walk, walk on, walking man. Walk man, walk on by. One man, walk, walk on by. Walk on, walking man. That's from Michael Walsh. You're doing a lot of walking. I can only give you love that lasts forever, and a promise to be near each time you call. And the only heart I own for you and you alone, that's all. I can only give you country walks in springtime and a hand to hold when summer showers are through. And the only and a love that's burning light will warm the winter's night, that's all. That's all. There are those, I am sure, who have told you they would give you the world for a toy. All of you, and a lifetime will never destroy. If you want door for now and evermore, that's all. That's all. There are those, I am sure, who have told you they would give you the world for a toy. All I have are these arms to enfold you, and a lifetime will never destroy. If you wonder what I'm asking in return, dear, you'll be glad to know that my demands are small. Say it's me that you'll adore from now to evermore, that's all. That's all. Well, my battery's getting low, and I guess that means I am too. Well, we're standing up for equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity for all, speaking out for human rights, speaking out for the right of everybody to be able to thrive and survive in this richest, most powerful country in the world, standing up for the rights of everybody to have the basics, decent place to live, food to eat, health care, and a good public education. We need to raise taxes on the rich, raise taxes on the rich, raise taxes on the rich, raise taxes on the rich. Keep speaking up, keep getting involved, peacefully protest. Get out there and tell our leaders it's time to make sure that everybody can have the basics in this richest, most powerful country in the whole wide world. That's right. How you doing tonight? Can you get by okay? Can I give you something? You have a good night. Peace. We can do better. We can keep working towards a better day for everybody. Tell your leaders, your public servants, there must be lights burning brighter somewhere. got to be birds flying higher in a sky more blue. If I can dream of a better land where all my brothers walk hand in hand, tell me why, why can't my dream come true? Something happened here. I must have hit a tuning peg. Let's try it one more time. There must be lights burning brighter somewhere. Got to be birds flying higher in the sky more blue. If I can dream of a better land where all my brothers walk hand in hand, tell me why, why can't my dream come true? There must be peace and understanding somewhere. Strong winds of promise that blow away all the doubt and fear. If I can dream of a warmer sun where hope shines down on everyone to see, tell me why, why can't that sun appear? We're lost in a cloud within my train. We're trapped in a world that's troubled with pain. But as long as a man has the strength to dream, he can redeem his soul and fly. Deep in my heart, there's a trembling question. Still I am sure that the answer's gonna come somehow. Out there in the dark, there's a beckoning candle. And while I can think, while I can talk, while I can stand, while I can walk, while I can dream, feeling my dream come true. Right now, right now. Peace and love.
Peace, everybody. And much love, too.